us together, a covenant true. This bond of forever began all with you. This is our blissful corner, where love is made whole, where Christ is the center and hearts are consoled. No fear in surrender, no shame in the fire. We rise in His promise, we climb even higher. You taught us to cherish, to serve and forgive, to lead with compassion, to learn how to give. Each vow a reflection of heaven above. This union we treasure, sealed deep in your love. It's more than a feeling, it's more than a flame. It's purpose and promise, it carries your name. We fight for each other, we worship as one, two hearts, one altar, your will being done. This is our blissful corner, where love is made whole, where Christ is the center and hearts are consoled. No fear in surrender, no shame in the fire. We rise in His promise, we climb even higher. You taught us to cherish, to serve and forgive, to lead with compassion, to learn how to give. Each vow a reflection, no shame in the fire. We rise in His promise, we climb even higher. It's more than a feeling, it's more than a flame. It's purpose and promise, it carries your name. We fight for each other, we worship as one. This union we treasure, sealed deep in your love.
Hello, Blissful family. Let me
We
go to the
climb even higher.
This is a Blissful Couples Corner. Yes,
In this
it's
corner,
a Blissful Couples Corner. And happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to everyone. How are we doing? I'll put a little bit of music.
your love is the
All
anchor.
right, all right, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's another beautiful day. It's
You spoke us
another
to
blissful Sunday. So you are all welcome. Happy Sunday to everyone.
this
I have the
bond of
tendency to look here, but my camera is up, so don't mind me.
began all with you.
Please let
This
me know who
is
is
our
watching. This is the Blissful Couples Corner, and I am your humble
where
host,
love is
Angel.
made whole,
Always excited to be here. I
where
hope you are
Christ is
excited
the
too.
center
Okay.
and
So let
hearts
me
are
know who is watching.
consoled.
I want to know who is
No
watching
fear
so
in
that I can give you a shout out.
surrender,
I can thank
no
you.
shame
There
in
was
the fight.
sometime last week,
We
I don't know
rise in
which of
His
the days,
promise,
my mom was
we
online
climb
and she
even
did not
higher.
introduce herself. I didn't know she was live, you know.
Cherish,
Then later she was like, I came on
serve
your
and
platform and
forgive,
you did not even recognize me.
to
I'm like, I
lead
did
with
not know.
compassion,
So
to learn
please,
how to
okay.
give.
I want to know
Each
who is
vow a
watching.
reflection
Whether you're watching on
of
Instagram,
heaven
please, if
above.
you're not following me on Instagram, follow
This
me on
union
Instagram.
we treasure,
Follow me on Instagram.
sealed deep
Let's grow
in
all the
your
platforms
love.
together.
It's more
Okay.
than a
So
feeling,
I see two people watching. I don't know who are
it's
they,
more
but please, I
than
would like
a
to know who
flame.
is that.
It's purpose and
Okay.
promise,
All right. So I
it
haven't been here
carries your
since,
name. We fight
let me
for each
see.
other,
Hi, Dr.
we
Daniel.
worship
Hi, Dr.
as
Daniel.
one,
Good
two hearts,
afternoon. Grace and
one.
peace. Thanks for
Your
watching.
will be
Share
done.
to your friends.
This
Actually,
is our
let me share
blissful corner, where love is
the
made whole,
how do you call it?
where Christ is the center and hearts are
The YouTube. Some people don't do Facebook. So please, if you're on Facebook, do where to give me some stars. I will appreciate that.
we rise in his promise. We climb even higher. You taught us to cherish, to serve and forgive, to lead with compassion, to learn how to give. Each vow a reflection, no shame in the fight. We rise in his promise. We climb even higher.
So some people don't have Facebook, so or they don't like Facebook. So I'm sharing,
It's more than
I'm
a
resharing
it's
the YouTube
purpose and
link.
promise. It carries
Hallelujah. Please, as you come in, please introduce yourself. Let me know
we
who is here
worship
watching.
as one.
Hallelujah. So the next thing, I just want to thank everyone that has been following me,
Sealed deep
has been
in
following
your
this series
blood.
for the past
This
few weeks
union
now. For the past week now, I believe so, like a week. Yeah, we've gone live for 7 days. Day one was the introduction. Then we have done 6 episodes of this series. So I just want to thank everyone that has been following and um, contributing and participating in the series. We have been on the series. We have been on the series end of year evaluation. End of year evaluation. And what are we evaluating? We're evaluating our relationships. As we are talking about the couples this time around. The singles are going to come. We're going to talk about the immediately we're done with the singles. Um. All right. Let me see. All right. Okay. All right. So I was just trying to share. So we have been on the series of end of year evaluation of our relationship, specifically marriage. So we've talked about six different categories, six different um how will I put them? 6 different topics or six different places or areas that we have to evaluate as the year is going to an end. We said it's important that as the year is going to an end and we are preparing for the end of year festivities and crossing over into a new year, we want to evaluate our marriage and see whether we have been living marriage or just doing marriage, whether we have been doing it the right way, living the right way in our marriages, or we have just been anyhow they make it just be right. So we want to know whether that's what that has been happening, and that's the reason why we're doing end of year evaluation of our relationship, of our marriages. So today we have the next one that we're going to talk about is on partnership and I think building together or strengthening each other. But that we're going to do tomorrow, not today. Today, I just said, let me come in here and let's recap. We have been like doing taking one new area every day. Okay, every day we started. I think what that was Monday or whatever day. I don't know which day that was, but I think we started until Thursday, if I'm not making a mistake. Then I got busy with other things. I planned to come yesterday, but I couldn't. I was very busy. So I want us to recap on those areas. If you have any questions, you have any contributions, this is the time that I want us to discuss, to talk, and but I'm just going to recap what we have done. Okay, then tomorrow we'll continue. I think we have just two more episodes on this end of year evaluation series for the couples. Then we jump into the singles. But to still live with the couples, I'm hoping that we can have something different, but we will see. We'll see. We have two more episodes on that. Then we jumped into the singles to talk about them. Um, so the first thing we talked about on this series was communication and connection. Communication and emotional connection. And we were asking questions like how did we talk to each other? What were the key takeaways that you took from this thing? I know we talked a lot about it. Please, if you have not watched those six episodes, go watch them. But we talked about communication and connection, and we said that communication is a key, is a cornerstone of every relationship. Every relationship needs communication. And we said that even our communication with God needs, even our relationship with God, we need to pray in order to communicate our desires, our demands, our heart to God. Even though He's God, He still wants us to communicate. Hi Azzy. Hi sister. Hi. I hope you're here. You have to contribute to today. What we are doing, we are just recapping the six things that we talked about. So if you have any questions, you have any contributions on the six areas that we have talked about, I want us to just recap today. Today is going to be a short live. We just recap, then tomorrow we'll continue with the two that are left on the couples, then we move to the singles. So we talked about communication, and we say communication is the cornerstone of every relationship. Thank you, Aziz. Thank you. All right. The second thing we talked about. So I want to ask you, what was your key takeaway in this communication? When we talked about communication, what was your key takeaway from what we have discussed, or what is it that you want to give as an advice to people concerned, to married couples concerning communication? Please, if you have that in the comment section, post it there. Let somebody be able to see what you have said. Okay, so what was the key takeaway on what we discussed when we talked about communication, and what advice can you give couples when it comes to communication and emotional connection? The second thing we talked about was let me see if I can put it, I'm trying to put it in order, was affection, intimacy. No, the second thing we talked about was spiritual alignment and prayer life. Yes, spiritual alignment and prayer life of the couples, which said that it was very important that the couples are spiritually aligned. And I remember we also said that this spiritual alignment does not only come in the marriage, it starts even in courtship. You need to know whether you guys are spiritually aligned before you're getting married in the first place. The Bible says, do not be unequally yoked. Okay. So if you go and marry, I like what Pastor Mildred always always say. So the problem with you people is because you go and marry rubbish. Then now you come and you are disturbing the pastor. The pastor cannot sleep because you decided to marry rubbish. The day I heard Pastor Mildred said this, say the problem with you people is you go and marry rubbish. I was like, hey, I'm like, Pastor, take it easy, I beg. Take it easy on us. Let's not marry rubbish. So for those of you who are still out there single, please don't marry rubbish. Don't marry rubbish. She said, you go and now marry rubbish, then you are giving us headache. May you not marry rubbish in Jesus' name. So are you spiritually aligned? How is the spiritual alignment in your house? Do you guys pray together? Do you have devotion together? Is there a family time of praying? How are you guys connected spiritually? Are you aligned in your spiritual activities, or anybody's just going their own church? Maybe you are going to Lumba, another person is going to Christ Embassy, another person, I'm going to Kingdom Embassy, my husband is going somewhere else. No, if we're all going to Kingdom Embassy Center International, which by the way, that's where we worship every Sunday at Grace Lake. So time will come, I'll start posting our address there. If you want to worship with me, please, I'll be so excited. I'll be so happy to see some of my Blissful family worshiping with me every Sunday or some Sundays. If you are in the Grace Lake area in Illinois, please, you are welcome to worship with us at 888. Yes. Is it West or East Belvedere Road? East Belvedere Road, Grace Lake, Illinois. That's where we worship every Sunday. Barbara Mesue, happy Sunday, babies, happy Sunday. Yes, so that's where we worship every Sunday. If you want to see my beautiful face every Sunday, meet me at Grace Lake. 888 East Belvedere Road, Grace Lake, Illinois. Okay. So we're saying that spiritual alignment with couples is very important. He should not be going east. If you guys said that you're Muslim, please be Muslim together, okay? Because it reduces the friction in the house. Let somebody not be a Christian, another person that you guys are dragging the kids now, they don't know where to go. And if you are Christians, decide to be in one church, right? If you decide to worship in Kingdom Embassy, then you guys worship in Kingdom Embassy. If you decide to worship in Christ Embassy, be there. Not that this Sunday dad is going to this other church, then mom is going. It doesn't make sense. That's disorder. That's disorder. So there has to be some spiritual alignment in whatever spiritual activity we are doing, and then praying together. So my question is, what was your key takeaway under this point? Sister Barbara, we are recapping the 6 areas that we have done already so far in the evaluation of our marriage and relationship the whole of this year. So we are just recapping. Tomorrow we continue with the next area. So my question is, in all of those areas that we did, what was your key takeaway, or what advice do you have to add to what we have said in these different areas? So we're talking about spiritual alignment and prayer life. What is it? Anybody, if you have anything that you want to give, you want to give as an advice, please go ahead and do so. We will appreciate it. If you want to come in the studio and have your voice heard, please let me also know. I'll send you the link. So sometimes it's hard to type, so we can always bring you at the back. Okay. The next thing we talked about was and while you're at that, please, if you're on Facebook, you can see that you can give me some stars. Please give us some stars. We will appreciate it. Those stars will go along with to help us to make this life better, to make the studio. We still have a lot of things to do concerning the studio in the Blissful Couples Corner. So your stars will help us, because we are monetized. So if you can help us, we will appreciate that. All right. So the next thing we talked about was affection, intimacy, and love. And we talked about those 3 things: affection, intimacy, love. One of the key things we talked about, I remember that we talked about that the men should not, especially we're talking about the men of God, do not take your affection from your family and give it 100% to your church. We talked about that. Love, intimacy, and affection. Love, intimacy. There got to be intimacy in the relationship, in the marriage. You cannot be your husband's sister. You cannot be your wife's brother. The reason why people say marriage is boring is because literally there are brothers and sisters in the house, living in the house. Okay. Some people even have a better relationship with their brothers and sisters, with their siblings, than their spouse. They don't talk. How can you be husband and wife and you don't talk? You have nothing to vibe about. Like how can you even sit with your husband if you guys are not even watching something, or you sit for 5 minutes, you're not talking? Unless you guys are on your phone, but you cannot say that you are missing. You don't have a discussion. Somebody really literally told me something that I don't. Me and myself don't talk. We're not getting nothing for talk. Like you don't get nothing for talk. How? Like how you not get nothing for talk with your man? If you start saying that don't have anything to talk with your husband, then there's already a problem there. So please, and it shows that there's a gap. There's lack of intimacy. So every relationship grows with intimacy. If there's no intimacy, it will not grow. So what advice can you give? And one of the key things that we said, we talked about the men of God and the women of God, especially those that are called for nations. We all know that callings are different. If you're the one that you have a higher calling in your life, that you're always on the go, please don't forget your family. And I said here that some men of God and some women of God, they have deeper intimacy with their Christians more than their spouses, and that is wrong. That is wrong. You pray, you fast with the church, but you don't pray. And our pastor said this today in church. You know, he said that if he wants to survey in a house, how many people, how many families here pray together? He's not sure that he's going to see more than two, you know. So let's make it a habit to pray together. That's an intimacy, that's intimacy. So, especially men of God, please don't be focusing on your sheep and forget your household. Your first sheep is your house, anyways, your wife and your children. So let's get that straight. So again, what is it that you took out? What was the key takeaway here, and what is your advice on this point? The first one we talked about was parenting. Okay, we talked about parenting. I don't know if it's the right order, but we talked about parenting, and we said that let's remember that the kids see, they do, they are like monkey see, monkey do. So what you do is what they learn. Their kids are more visual. So whatever thing you're doing, be mindful that they are seeing it. Whatever thing they are saying, whatever thing you are saying or you are saying is what they will say. Is what they will say. Kids pick on what they pick on the energy in the environment. We said that. So let's be careful. Let's see what Sister Barbara is saying. She said this. Hello, patients. We are just recapping the 6 episodes we've had. We're just recapping them, asking like, what was your key takeaway in any of the episodes that we did? From communication, love, intimacy, parenting, what spiritual intimacy, and prayer life. Okay, so we're just talking about those things. Then finances, stewardship. Then another we'll talk about was forgiveness. All right, so that's what we're asking. I'm just asking, what was your key takeaway, or what advice can you give to us in these key areas? Okay, tomorrow we'll continue with other things, but I just wanted us to recap. We've done 6 episodes already, so I wanted us to recap, to kind of like gist. And I said that anybody who wants to speak and not just type, because some people they know how to speak better than typing. Okay, you can let me know, and I'll give you a link to join me in the studio, and you can talk. Okay, for other people to listen. So, Miss Sister Barbara said, "This is to men of God and women of God. Love doesn't make sense when you are spiritually available and emotionally unavailable." I love this statement. I love this statement. Thank you so much, Sister Barbara. Thank you so much for this. It does not make sense when you are spiritually available and emotionally unavailable. And this is a lot of men of God are culprit to this. They can kabash when it comes to, but when it comes to emotional thing, they're absent. Please, there got to be a balance. There got to be a balance. You cannot be spiritually available and emotionally unavailable. And you cannot be emotionally unavailable as emotionally available and spiritually unavailable. There have to be a balance. Okay? There have to be a balance. If for anything, you have to take up your family first. What are you preaching on the pulpit if your house is not in order? Okay, so we have to be very, very, very careful. Let's be emotionally balanced. Let's be balanced and spiritually balanced. Everything balanced, because we tend to forget that our first place that we preach is our house. All right. So I love that statement. That statement. Let's be spiritually and emotionally available. Let's be spiritually and emotionally available. We need that. Hallelujah. Thank you so much, Sister Barbara. That's a powerful statement. And we were talking about parenting, and I was saying that parenting, be careful. If you're wearing mini skirts, you're wearing a crop top, and your daughter is there. Let me have a 10-year-old. By the way, say my daughter, by the time I wear anything, and sometimes you can wear, you can be walking, then you're walking too much in the kitchen, then you bend down, then your shirt lifts up a little bit. My daughter should just quietly come and just pull the thing down. And that's how my children are. Even my 2 boys, all of them. If they see that probably I'm walking, because sometimes it happens that maybe you are cleaning the floor or something happens, or you wear a tight top or something, then it lifts up a little bit. They will just quietly come and just pull it down. My little son will come, mommy, Tommy. Then he will pull my shirt down. Why? Because he has not seen that like a thing. It's not a thing. So when he sees it, it's strange. Like, why is mommy's tummy out? So it's strange. So whatever you make them see is what they would do. So why not do the right things? So they copy the right things. Are you praying with them? Are they going to church? Are you teaching them that church is good? Are you teaching them the reason why they go to church? Like today, they're doing trick or trick. Is it trick or trick? How do you call it? Trick. Somebody help me. How do they call this Halloween trick? I'm always confused with this Halloween thing. Eh? Is it trick or treat or trick or trick? However it is, that thing that they go and give candy, I think it's happening to that. They never know today. You know, they came to me and they were like, "Mommy, there's trick or trick or whatever trick or trick. There's whatever Halloween thing, and there's gonna be a Halloween party." I'm like, "I've told you guys, we are not doing Halloween in this house. We're not doing Halloween. Nothing concerning Halloween. Whether it is a candy, Halloween candy, anything orange in October, we are not there. In fact, even orange dress in October, I will not wear." Orange is one of my favorite colors. I love orange when it comes to dressing. But this Halloween in this country almost made me I did not want orange again. Especially in the month of October. I don't want to see orange because it just makes me think like it's Halloween. So if you are a Christian, what's your business celebrating Halloween? I don't care whether you are celebrating the candy. Some people say, no, my children just wear only they don't wear those crazy things. They don't wear the witches. They don't wear the wizard thing, the skeleton things. They wear. I buy them princess clothes. Listen to me. There is nothing like I buy them a different decent outfit. What are you celebrating? The underlying thing is what you are celebrating. I don't care the outfit. Whether you buy a wedding dress, if the theme of that celebration is connected to Halloween, then you are celebrating Halloween. So let's stop all these excuses. It's either we are doing it or we are not doing it. You cannot be a Christian and you're telling me that you're celebrating Halloween. You say, no, my kids, I just buy them the candy so they can distribute. They are distributing what? What is the occasion? Why don't you leave for Christmas time? You since they're doing Halloween, how about Christmas Day? You give them candies to go around the neighborhood. At that time it's light. Let's light everywhere is joyful. You know, give them, let them go and celebrate the candy. Let them go and give Christmas candy. Joel Celeste. Who is this Celeste? Hi, Celeste. Hi, Celeste. Is this Mimi? No, Mimi is not. I have a friend, a sister that is called Celeste. Say, but your own is Joel Celeste. Okay, she said trick or treat. Okay, thank you. Trick or treat. Treat, trick or treat. So I trick you, then I treat you. Jesus, that's powerful. Powerful. And that's the strategy that the enemy used. Trick and treat. He tricks you or he treats you. Anyways, thank you, Celeste, and welcome. I think it's the first time I'm seeing you. I apologize. I'm not sure I'm able to recognize you, but if this is your first time, my dear, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. Okay. So I was saying that please, what the kids see, what you do in your house, if there's a peaceful environment in the house, teach your children how to learn how to be disciplined, how to respect each other. We talked about that. What do they see you do with your husband? You have to be careful with what you do. If you teach them that Halloween is okay, they will grow up celebrating Halloween. These kids, I don't care how many times they ask me in a year. Every year they ask me, Mommy, no, we are not doing Halloween. Why? I will take my time and sit down and tell them why we are not doing Halloween. If you guys want to do this, the candy treat, we'll leave it Christmas Day. We'll do candy treat. We can go all around the neighborhood, buy candies and share the love of Christ, share the joy of Christ, not the joy of skeletons and things that I don't know about. I don't need somebody told me that, oh no, it's just a celebration. It's doing nothing there. It's just a celebration. My dear, hey, you are telling me it's just a celebration. Meanwhile, I have a 14-foot or a bit 21-foot tall skeleton in front of me in my house, my neighbor. You are telling me that it's just. Since when has skeleton become just? Or since when graveyard? Some people in my quarter here, in my neighborhood, they have a whole graveyard belt, and you are telling me that Halloween is just a celebration. You should be really, if you're a Christian and you're thinking like that, you should really be, hey, no, let's go to another point. Let's not go there. But please, I beg, If you're a Christian, you have no business to do Halloween. I don't care whether it's trick or treat or it is just sharing candy if you don't want to celebrate Halloween, if you're a Christian, you have nothing to do with it. Don't tell me that you are just doing one part. You don't do the skeleton. No, once you start do, it's either you are. There's no lukewarm. The Bible says it's either you are hot or you are cold. If you are lukewarm, I will spit you out of my mouth. That's what God said. So which one are you? Okay? So parenting, what you want your child to do. The Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go. When he grows, he will not depart from it. So what was your favorite? What was the thing that stood out for you this time? And what advice do you want to give to us at the Blissful Couples Corner as a parent? Okay? The next time we talked about finance and stewardship. We said that one of the key things is that we have to plan together, plan with God, and be transparent. Okay, be transparent. We need to know. Don't plan something, then you come and tell me as though you are informed me, as though you're asking for my opinion. Meanwhile, you've already done it. So we plan together. We work together. This year, we're saying that what have you done together? How did you plan together? Did you do any charity work together? Did you do some giving together? Did you plan your finances, budgeting together? How has your finances this year been? Sit down and have that conversation. The next thing we talked about was I think we talked about communication, love, intimacy, prayer, and spiritual alignment, parenting, finance. Okay, then the last one, what was the last one we talked about? Let me check. I think I've spoken about 4: communication, spiritual alignment, love, intimacy, affection, finances, parenting, forgiveness, and conflict resolution. That's the last one. My daughter told me Halloween is the celebration of the devil. Powerful. I trust Joyner. I trust nobody has to tell you that Halloween is demonic. This child, our sister is talking about, that her daughter said Halloween is celebration of the devil. She's just 6 years old. I think Joy is 6 years old, if I'm not making a mistake, right? Babis. 6 or 7 years old. I don't even think she's 7 years old. But she knows. Nobody needs to tell you. You don't need a soothsayer. You don't ever go to Gambia house me to tell you say Halloween na demonic celebration. So that's why it baffles me when a Christian will sit down. You Christian, you go to church, you sit down, you tell me that you're celebrating Halloween. Like, you literally celebrating the devil. Literally. Let's even forget about spirituality. Common sense. Compare Christmas season and Halloween. You see a demarcation of light and darkness. Nobody needs to tell you that Halloween is demonic. By their fruits, you shall know them. By their fruits. It's dark everywhere. What do we do when the whole week of school is dedicated to Halloween? Good question. Somebody is asking here. My sister Azini, she's asking, what do we do when the whole week of school is dedicated to Halloween? Okay, I don't know about you, but this is what I have been doing. In all the schools that my kids have gone, when Halloween season comes, I send a message. That's just like a reminder, because the first thing we let them know, my husband and I, is that we don't celebrate Halloween. Once we put them in the school, we tell them our things first of all, because the good thing is that I think for the most part, most schools will send messages to the parents, because I think there's an awareness. I don't know why it's always to me though, because they always send me message. I don't know why it's because I established that from the beginning. But for all the schools that my kids have gone, they will always send a message and talk about Halloween, and they will tell parents that if you don't want your kids to be part of it, let us know, because there's always an alternative program. So I don't know, sis, whether you have that in their school, but you have to ask them, because me categorically, my kids, they know in that school, I tell them I do not celebrate Halloween. Recently, actually, at the beginning of this month, October, they sent me the email. They sent us the email and asked if there will be this. Do you want Solidan to be part of it? I sent them the message that I don't know. I know they are new teacher, but absolutely not. And I told them, put them on an alternative program in school. So I don't know if your school has that. You have to ask them, but you need to let them know that you are not celebrating Halloween. I don't want your kid to be part of it. So usually for my kids, they have one day for the schools that the schools that they have been going. They have one day that is the big Halloween party. Then in that week, as you're saying, they have different Halloween things that are celebrating. But they have what they call alternative program, that the kids, if you don't want your kid to be part of it, they don't put your kid there because they have. I don't know what like I said, I don't know what is every school, but in my kids' school, that's what they do. They always send us message, and of course, that's a no-no for me. Okay, so try to find out about that. Try to find out about that. But and usually, what I do is that on the day of the Halloween party, my kids don't go to school. I think that day is coming on Friday or on it's usually the last, I think the last day. So they usually have what they call Halloween party. In fact, that day you have a choice. They actually tell us that you have a choice. Either we leave the kids home and they'll have an excuse absence, or we send them to school. Then they'll give them an alternative program to do on that day, not be part of the Halloween. So that's what happens in with my own kids. I don't know what happens to your school, to your kids' school, but I think you should probably find out, call them and find out if they have any alternative program and tell them that absolutely not. In this country, they respect people's thing, people's beliefs. That's what I believe. They are participating in this activity for amusement, oblivious to the reality behind it. Exactly. Exactly, my sister. They are participating. Celeste says they are participating in this activity for amusement. Of course, they're having fun, oblivious to the reality behind it. They don't know for real. However, the Bible declares that my people will succumb to destruction because of lack of knowledge. Exactly. Exactly, my sister. That's what it is. That's what it is. They don't know. They don't know. If you know how many people, because literally when you see some of those things, you know that this is already a place where I don't even know how to describe the ones that are in my neighborhood. Today we're coming, it was like a whole show, a whole room that getting in the houses and looking. That is outright initiation. Do you know how many kids that initiation with the candies? It only takes spiritual eyes to see it and to understand it. Even in my daughter's school, they know that we are born again and we don't celebrate such. Exactly. So as I was saying, all right, Mama, yes, call them tomorrow. So this is Sister Barbara too. She's saying that even in her daughter's school, they know that she and her daughter, they're born again and they don't celebrate such things. So they respect it. Trust me. Even some of them, the teachers, they don't. It's just that they don't have a choice. I believe that maybe some of them don't even participate in the thing. They exclude them because it is your right. It's your right. So call them and find out. They don't know, like my sister is saying, like Celeste is, I don't know what it's a boy again, but Celeste looks like Joel. Probably is a man. So, they don't know. They don't know. So let's be careful and let's stand on our ground. We cannot be mixing the things. Either we are doing God or we are not doing God. We cannot do God today, then tomorrow we are doing something else. Yeah. So we're talking about forgiveness and what was that? Forgiveness and conflict resolution. That was the last one that we had. And we said that in forgiveness, we had a beautiful conversation here with some of our mothers and our sisters that were here. They were defining what is forgiveness and what is conflict resolution. And one of the things that we said was that forgiveness is when you're hard, you take somebody off your heart. Our sister Patience said, you take no accounts. You keep no account of the wrong that a person has done. So you let go of your heart, the hurt that the person has done to you. You forget. Okay. Another person said conflict resolution is the ability to resolve a problem or an issue or conflict in a healthy manner. Okay. So another person, one of my aunties, she said, I think Maka said that forgiveness is the ability to say, I love you even in this, because I understand that I can make a mistake, So we had a beautiful conversation. So what is forgiveness to you? How has it been this year? How is conflict resolution? And we talked about be quick to listen and slow to speak, So those are the 6 things that we talked about this past few days. And it was such a beautiful conversation that we had. I just wanted us to recap about this. And if you have any questions, even when we go offline, please just go to the Blissful Couples Corner on the chat and put your questions, there. Every time, anytime I see it, I'm going to respond to your questions. And please, if you are on Facebook, we are monetized. We are eligible to receive stars. Please, if you don't mind, bless us with some stars, especially if you think that this is of value so we can reach more people. And give us those likes, those hearts. When you do those likes and those hearts, pump their hearts. It does not hurt you to pump them. Okay. The more you do so, the more Facebook will trigger their algorithm to send this video to other people so it can reach many people that may require that or may need this message. Okay. So that's the recap that we have today. If you have any questions, you have anything that you want to say, anytime, please post on the Blissful Couples Corner. And we will get back to you. We will respond to your questions. Okay. I want to thank everybody that have been here. We have done the recap. So sit down with your spouse on these 6 things. Before you go sit down with your spouse, please do a self-check. Do a self-check. Evaluate yourself. Evaluate yourself and ask yourself, hey, ask yourself, like, what have I, how has it been with me? Okay. Evaluate yourself and let's know and be honest to yourself whether you have been doing the right thing. Be honest to yourself. Be honest to yourself. All right. So that's all I have for us today. I just wanted us to recap because I did not want this on these 3 days or whatever for you to forget my face. Okay. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I just wanted us to refresh. Tomorrow we're going to continue the series. We have 2 more episodes for the marriage, for the couples. Then once we're done with the 2 more episodes, I think for the singles we have just 1, because I have just one thing to tell you. Just one thing for you to tell you as you close this year, for you to watch out. Okay. For the married people, we have a lot of things going on. A lot. And we don't have too much leeway to say that no, we are going. So we need to take time and dissect the issues in marriage. But if you are single, if it's not working, you can go. Okay. I always say that a broken engagement is better than a broken marriage. A broken engagement is better than a broken marriage. If you see the red flag, please run. Run. All right. So I want to thank everyone. Azinwi, thank you so much. Sister Barbara, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I got Aziz, Sister Barbara, Celeste, thank you so much. I think it's the first time I'm seeing you, Celeste, and you had some powerful contributions there. Thank you so much. And of course, Pepe, singles in the house. I cannot forget you now, mommy. But that's just for a while because you need to get out of that singles. Okay. All right. Okay. What does it mean, Sister Barbara saying? She's saying that parents, we should please make our kids be responsible by giving them chores to do at home. I have a chore list for my daughter and it's helping me a lot. Oh, this is powerful. This is powerful. She's advised. This is a powerful advice. Thank you, Miss Sister Barbara. I'm going to implement that myself. I have been saying that I'll do that. I just give them things randomly to do. Come and do this, do that. But I think I had to do that chore list because I told them at the beginning, when summer came, I told them that, hey, when school starts after summer, we're going to be having, we'll have a chore list. And this is what we're going to be doing. And they were excited, but I didn't follow through with that. But every now and then when I'm in the kitchen, they help me to do things. But I think this advice, please, if you're a parent, do not say that your child is too young. I remember my first family meal that I made in my house. I was 10 years old or 9.5. My mom literally bought things for me. She went to the market, bought those things. Actually, I went with her because I was going to the market with my mother who takes the market. My father, in short, I suffered. But I thank God because it made me who I am today. I love being in the kitchen. Why? Because I grew up like that, So my first family meal, I was 9.5 or 10 years old. I remember. And I went to the market and she was telling me, listen, now you do cook today now. I said, what do you cook, Mama? She said, now you do cook today. I said, Master, who's cook? Me cook, She said, I know that you can cook. You don't just know that you can cook, but today you cook your first meal. I was 10 years old. I thought this woman was joking. She came back home with me and she asked me, what is the process of cooking banana? It was topsy, but I cannot forget it was topsy banana, turning banana, the banana with porridge banana with granite paste. She asked me what is the process? I explained everything to her. She said, you know. And she left. My mom left in the morning. She came back at 6 p.m. When she knew that I must have cooked, and my uncles were in the house. I had two uncles in the house. My siblings, my father, like our house was full. I think that time we were like 10. I cooked for 10 people. My first meal. I was like, this man is joking. She left. And my uncles were like, you better cook that food to become immediately will never get chopped the house. They were warning me, like, I was looking. So I had to do it. And nobody helped. My mom made sure that she told them nobody should help her. Apart from peeling Maggie, you want to help her to peel the banana and help, but nothing, you know. So that is how I cooked. When she came back, she was like, wow. Yes, it's Sister Barbara. But why are you running for minister anyways? Are you not minister of God? What's your problem? You're a minister of the gospel. Yo, so she that's how my first food. So yeah, this advice that she has given is a very good one, and I'm going to implement that. I've been lazy doing that. I've been saying I'll buy a chalkboard, but yes, we have to, especially for some of us that have girls, Like, it will be a failure for me. I will be a failure if my daughter grows up and doesn't know how to cook or to do hair. Because those are the two things that are natural. And in my family, it runs in my family. Everybody in my family knows how to do hair. My mom did hair. My mom knows how to do hair. She had a salon. My aunts, they know how to do hair. Me, I know how to do hair. I do hair. It's one of my things that I do, and I cook. So cooking and hairstyling is in our family. So if my daughter does not know how to do at least those two things that can bring her money, side money, by the time she gets to high school or something, she can be making money already. I will be a failure. So Sister Barbara, thank you so much for that advice. And I hope that parents have taken. Thank you so much. That is a powerful one. And it's a wake-up call for me to that. I've been dragging on that. I have to start doing it. I have to start doing it. So thank you all so much. I love you all. Wow, I didn't plan to stay here for 47 minutes. My husband was right. All right. All right, Sister Barbara, thank you so much for those powerful nuggets you've given us. And patience, yes, we are coming for the singles, okay? All right. Love you all. Let's continue in the community. If you have anything, go to the Blissful Couples Corner either on Facebook or on Instagram or on YouTube, please. And I'm still trying to figure out what is going on with TikTok. I don't know. TikTok is still being stubborn with me, but I'm figuring out. We're going to be there too very soon. All right. Post your comments. Sister Barbara, thank you so much. Sister Patience, thank you. Thank you, Azinwi. Thank you, Dr. Daniel, that was there. Thank you, Celeste. Thank you so much, everyone that was here. I love you all. And I will see you all tomorrow, okay? We'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day. We'll meet tomorrow evening. Love you all. Bye-bye. And let's have some blissful music. How about that? Let's have some blissful music.
You spoke us together,
Yes.
a covenant true. This bond of forever began all with you. This is our
Blissful corner. All right. See you all later. See you all tomorrow.
Where Christ is the center and hearts are consoled. No fear and surrender, no shadow.